The guitar, an absolute masterpiece. The materials, the contours, and most of all, the way the sum of its parts, the wood, the strings, the metal, ends up as nothing less than a vessel for emotion. Despite my deep connection to this instrument, I must confess that I don't know much about the craft, about the magic that makes the parts into the whole. What I can say is that as a musician and as a songwriter, the guitar has been my most faithful companion. Lately, I've had a unique invitation. Not knowing where it would lead, it beckoned me to delve into the very instrument I've held close for decades, prompting me to explore what the guitar truly means to me and what it has given me. It became a reflective experience where, to my surprise, I learned, was amazed, was touched, and found myself completely immersed in wild memories of my musical journey. If you're open to it, you might find yourself drawn into this exploration, just as I was. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Pascale Picard. At age 13, my dad showed me my first chords, and from that moment on, I was hooked. I was born a shy girl, never imagining I'd become a singer. But my guitar quickly transformed from a mere hobby into a refuge. As I grew, my musical talent flourished, and I ventured onto the local stages. It was a struggle clutching my guitar like a shield. Thankfully, my voice compensated for my stage fright. As time passed, confidence bloomed, and my original songs found their place in my performances. Before I knew it, people were asking for them. And then something unexpected happened. My demo ended up in the right hands, and before I knew it, I had a record deal. My first album, Me, Myself, and Us, was released in 2007, and one of my songs started getting radio airplay. Suddenly, my music was being heard by millions of people all over the world.
Notre invité du jour, Pascale Picard. Bonjour.
Welcome to the Pascale Picard Band in New York City.
Ça fait un moment, ça fait quelques mois que c'est un énorme succès.
I was now in the public eye, and I remember feeling like everyone was watching me. I traveled the world, sold hundreds of thousands of records, and had a life that many dream of. It was a wild and exciting time. The pace was relentless, and everything seems to be moving at the speed of light. It was exhilarating, but also exhausting. Life in the spotlight was a constant whirlwind of shows, promotion, and expectations. The pressure to deliver, to maintain the success, was sometimes overwhelming for the little girl that I was. And while on the surface, it may have seemed like a dream came true, deep down, I often feel like I was losing myself in the chaos. The truth is, that kind of lifestyle is unsustainable. The constant demands, the lack of privacy, and the expectation took their toll on me. It was physically and emotionally draining. I longed for a sense of normalcy, for moments of peace and solitude.
L'énergie du désespoir. Comme je disais, on s'est couché tard, on a le décalage horaire, on a tout. J'ai hâte d'être dans mes affaires. J'étais écœurée d'être dans des chambres d'hôtel.
It was an incredible journey, filled with unforgettable experiences, but it also pushed me to my limits and led me to excesses. As much as I love the adrenaline and excitement of those days, I'm grateful for where I am now. My life is more mellow, more balanced, and that has probably saved me.
First, I'm a musician, but I'm now a guitar maker. I do it as a living for 25 years now. I didn't expect to love it as much as I do still today. In 25 years, I built 248 guitars up to date. It's a real shop, I would say. So, full of wood dust. But there's something attractive for me to be in the in this kind of place. It's the place that I feel the best, I would say. Yeah. There's some wood that smell more than others. So I would say what stays in the shop, cedar, rosewood, Spanish cedar. Smells a little bit like Cuban cigar box. François is always there with me. We spend hours and hours together since the last 20 years. So we're like an old couple. I started learning guitar at 15 years old. I went in music at college, and then I discovered the guitar in itself. That it's not all the guitar that sound the same, and I realized that mine was crap. And I wanted to build myself a good guitar because I can't afford to buy myself a good guitar like 3-4 grand. So I wanted to learn how to make it, and it was my introduction into guitar making. Now I sell my guitar all around the world. I sell now 85% of my instrument out of the country. So mostly in the US and in Asia. I would say between 100 hours and 200 hours for a standard guitar. You have to be patient and passionate. It's not just a musical instrument, it's a way for the musician to express themselves. So I have to build something that makes a connection with the musician. This is why I have to know a lot about the musician I'm building for. I make inspiration tools. When you take a guitar and you just pluck some chords, you fall in a mood. You're in a creation zone, I would say. This is my main goal, to make something for the musician to feel this.
Everywhere I look, the corner of every street, truly astonishing to think that the seeds of all this were sown in the quiet solitude of my teenage room. Just me and a guitar. To this day, the guitar remains a loyal friend, a shield I can hide behind when needed, and a sword that ignites creativity, enabling me to express myself fully. Today, as I take a moment to reflect on this instrument, I can't help but trace the path that led me here. While the music industry may shimmer with glamour and glitz, I now realize that it's the essence of connection, the soulful bond with my craft, that remains steadfast and timeless.
C'est la guitare dont j'ai hérité. Ça me fait un lien avec mon père. J'ai l'impression qu'au travers de ça, hey, je vais devenir émotive.
I have sorted for you some white spruce.
Oh, wow. This is exactly the recipe I need.
She lost her dad recently. This instrument will be the bridge between her feelings and what she wants to express to us.